We will continue in the same chapter, chapter 13, simple probability. So in my previous video, we already done for the sample space and events. So now we can go to see how to calculate the probability of an event. So now the probability is count by using the fraction. Just now I mentioned already in the first video, I said probability usually is, in your textbook, the probability is given in a fraction. So the fraction is number of events over the number of sample space. So that's why when we learning about event and also sample space, we also learning about number of event and number of sample space. Okay, so we go to next. Okay, so this is more simple. Okay, so the probability, this is a symbol of probability. Sorry. So this is a symbol of probability. Number of events A over number of sample space. So this is a more simple form for you to remember the formula. Okay, this is something like symbol to make you easy to remember. And then always remember the probability of an event always is in between 0 to 1. 0 means the event is impossible to happen. And then 1 is mean the event sure will happen. So this is like giving you the example like throwing a dice. Okay, when you throw a dice, okay, you sure will get number 1, isn't it? You sure will get number 2, because in dice we have number 1 until 6. So that means the probability to get number 1, okay, the probability to get number 1, this one got values. Okay, got values. But if I say the probability get number 7, is that possible to happen? Is that possible to happen? So this is impossible to happen. So the probability get number 7 from the dice, okay, from throwing a dice, so is equal to 0. So this is mean of impossible happen. Okay, so this is a meaning of impossible to happen. Okay, so now we're going to see some example. Okay, so the first example is throwing a fair coin. Okay, and then in here, I already list out all the sample space. Okay, and also the event I want now is getting tails. So the number of sample space is 2, number of event is 1. Okay, according to the list I have. Okay, I have the list, isn't it? So based on the list I have, I can get the number of sample space and also the number of events. And probability is equal to the number of samples, number of events over the number of sample space. Sorry, okay, so that means I can get 1 over 2. So this is a fraction of the probability to getting tails. Okay, so we look at another example. Okay, so this is another example. Okay, chosen a letter from the words mathematics. So this is my sample space and this is my number of sample space. Now the event is getting a vowel letter. So then this is a event. So based on the events I have in the set, I know that the number of events is equal to 4. So means here the probability to getting vowel letter is equal to 4 over 10. 10 because the number of sample space is 10. 4 because there is only 4 items in the event set. Okay, 4. So now I have 4 over 10. Don't forget to simplify your fraction. So this one will give you simplest fraction 2 over 5. Okay, 2 over 5. So that means there is 2 over 5 of probability to get vowel letter when I choose a letter from the words mathematics. Okay, so then we're going to see the third example. Okay, this is the third example and also the last example. So there is pick a fruit from a box. Where is the box content with 5 apples and also 10 orange? Okay, so that means the number of sample space is referred to all the fruit inside the box. So that means there is 15. Number of sample space is equal to 15. And then now the events is getting the apples. So getting the apple, that means the events actually is referred to the 5 apple in the box. Okay, so A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5. We have 5 apples inside the box. Okay, so that means the number of events will equal to 5. So means we can simplify the working become a fraction that is 5 number of event over 15 number of sample space. And also same, this fraction is not the simplest fraction. So we must simplify the fraction, so we will get 1 over 3. Okay, so that means the probability to getting apple in the box refer in questions is 1 over 3. So this is about how to find the probability. So that's all for this part.